Hey guys, it's Red Nomster, and today I have probably one of the coolest devices I've ever made in my entire life. This is probably the marvel of my Redstone creations. I love this, and it's amazing. I do want to thank the channel ᵗᴗᵈᵒ. I'll leave his channel link in the description because he basically came up with this method. But basically, I'm using his contraption and using it for a different reason, and that is turning any block in the game into a pressure plate. So essentially, this gold block, as you can see, is not a pressure plate, it's just a gold block. If we go ahead and hit F3B, you can see that there's no hitboxes, and you can see that I actually did hit F3B by showing my dude, what's up girl, I'm beautiful. But there's no iron golem heads or anything like that, no hitboxes from any entity in there. If we just go ahead and turn F3B off, but if I do step on this gold block, it opens the door. Beautiful. Ah! And we can just go back in and show a little bit more stuff about it. Now, if we can also throw a block in there, you can see that even items activate the door, just like actual pressure plates. Now, you can also change it to be like any type of pressure plate you want. So if you want to not activate items, you can set it up like that, and I'll show how later. But essentially, all this is a actual pressure plate. But activating that pressure plate is what's magical about this device. So I'll go ahead and show you that you can do any block in the game, and then I'll go ahead and show how to actually make it, and then your mind can be blown, and you can love me forever, and I'll love you back because you're beautiful and I love you. Okay, I'll be right back. Test number 1, the sponge. It's perfect. Test number 2, I got the TNT block. Blah! Test number 3, the air block. Oh. We are about to transfer redstone power through the transparent block type for the first time in history. Look at this. Ah! That was anticlimactic. Anyways, guys, this is all done using this mechanism, which is a ghost block generator. And yes, that does mean I am using ghost blocks. Now, it's kind of a new reference, but for those of you who don't know what a ghost block is, essentially it is a miscommunication with the server and the client, pretty much similarly to how I did boats. The block is not really there, but it is there on my client, even though that's not where the server detects it as. So if I go over here and step on it, essentially what I'm doing is falling through it and hitting that pressure plate, similarly to how the boats get pushed through the wall in my boat glitch mechanism with the boat glitch parkour and stuff. So I'll link that in the description if you want to know what I'm talking about. But essentially, if I right click on this block, it'll disappear. And these are all ghost blocks as well. So if I go ahead and get a wood block and right click, it replaces that block. I can get quartz block, replaces it. It's just a beautiful system, and there are so many benefits from this, and it's just beautiful. But there are a few drawbacks, such as that block right there, which is a ghost block. If I log out, go into single player, spoiler, it'll be gone because it basically unrenders and the whole server client type thing resets. But that just means you'll have to basically redo this system every time, and it's not very simple, and it's not very hard. All you gotta do is hit this button a few times, and then, you know, boom, you got all your ghost blocks back. You can go ahead and step wherever you want above that pressure plate, and it will open again. It's as simple as that. So you can probably have an automatic system that redoes it just with one click of a button rather than clicking it 5 times or something right there. But I'm not going to do a tutorial on it just because it's not my contraption, so I'll link you to the video that shows it, but I will do a little bit of a fly around just so you can kind of see what's all going on. There's basically a repeater with 2 ticks right here, which is important. It does not work without that. Button, you know, that's a sticky piston right there. That's a sticky piston. That slime block is necessary, and this is the block type of which will basically allow you to do any block, any pushable block anyways. Probably not going to incorporate that in the title just because it will confuse people. Obviously, if I try to use bedrock, it's just going to not push it. So, what? Huh. This is news to me. Alright guys, after some messing around with it and some critical thinking, I've realized that it's not really that big of a thing, and that I've deducted it down to the fact that it's probably just because it has 2 different states, a piston rather. It has a immovable state, which is right now because it's extended, you cannot push it with a piston, and it also has a movable state, which is the thing that is pushed with that slime block, so it kind of pushes its movable state every single time, and of course that's a ghost block right there. But if we push something that only has 1 state, such as something like a note block that only has a in movable state, it will not push it, clearly because it's simply just a slime block trying to pull it, and that's impossible because that's not how it works. So that's nothing too fancy, but it does compact the system a lot, I guess, if you just want to have a piston be a ghost block. But for any block in the game, you do need this entire system still. One more thing I wanted to mention as well is that this is really good for like survival-friendly game modes, such as like capture the territories and stuff like that. I know Ethos Lab did one a long time ago on Minecraft, so essentially this gets rid of pressure plates and allows you to use any block you'd like, such as like gold blocks or like team-colored blocks, and just step on it, because when you do it, it acts as a clock, not just an actual pressure plate, because like I said before, we're basically going up and down really fast in the server/client mode, and yeah, we're basically hitting that pressure plate over and over. An item does not, because the item just falls through and stays down there, but a player is actually up here the entire time, unlike the item that falls through and stays fall through even on the graphical version. But we can still pick it up because our body flies down there and picks it up. So it's kind of confusing, but still a very, very awesome device, and I think a lot of people will like it. So leave a like if you enjoyed this concept. Subscribe if you're new here, of course. I'll probably be doing some more stuff like this in the near future. I have some ideas, and I'll see you in the next video.